Alrighty, guys. What we're going to do now is the vintage edit. I think you'll like this one. It's not hard, kind of cool, and it's going to teach you a little bit about using the tone curve and the split toning panels. We've been using these before, but it's just more practice with those. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go to import. The one thing that's kind of cool that I want to show you is if you import a picture and it comes in sideways, okay? So if you get a picture that comes in sideways like this, it's not a big deal. We're just going to come right up to the top where it says rotate, and this one's going to be actually counterclockwise. So there we go. I took this picture on my Olympus OM1. This is a film image, and this was a statue that was in downtown Newark. It's kind of cool. I don't think it's there anymore, but about 10 years ago, it was there. It was in front of a restaurant. So what we're going to do, guys, is go to the basic panel, and this will be pretty much up to you how you do this, like if you need to add more exposure or anything. I think this looks pretty good. I am going to bump up the contrast, though, to right around 20 or so. And I am going to come down to clarity, and I'm going to bring that up a little bit as well. So the next thing we want to do is play with the channels. Okay, yours is probably going to be on the master. So what you want to do is go to red, and we're just going to have like an arching red. Okay, so you want just kind of a couple, two or three in there, just kind of, have this nice curve going up. So we're going to go to green, and what's kind of cool about this is I'm just going to make the green match the red. Okay, so just kind of the same thing, just get as close as you can, not stressful. And then the blue is going to be a little bit different, just like blue always is. We're going to bring it up, and we're going to match it as much as we can, but on the very end right here, we're going to pull this down. If you look over, it's going to kind of give me a different color, which I kind of like. So let's pull this down a little bit too. There we go. So now let's zoom out. So let's look at our before and after. So we're going to show the original, and that's where we're at now. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down to the split toning. And I am going to change the highlights to about 50 or so. Right around there. And I'm going to move my saturation to about 5. 5 or 10, somewhere. It's looking pretty good. And then I'm going to move my shadows. I'm going to bring this warmer. So if I go all the way crazy, see what it's doing. So I'm just going to bring it a little bit warmer. Definitely looking older. And now I'm going to come down, and I'm going to add a little bit of grain, because you got to have a little bit of grain in a vintage picture. And I'm going to add like a little bit of a vignette. So right now, here's my before and after. Definitely looks a lot older. I'm going to come up and play with my exposure just a bit. I actually going to turn gamma off and turn contrast on. I think I hit the wrong button. So yeah, you want to be on, if you hit gamma, that's my bad. You want to up the contrast. I think that looks a lot better. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, I like this one. This one looks good. Let's bang these shadows a little bit. Kind of digging these clouds, so I want to bring those out a bit. Whites, I'm going to turn down just a bit. I'm kind of losing my color when I do that, though, so I don't want to do that. Let's see how blacks looks. Blacks kind of gives it a bit more punch. I like it. Okay, so I like that, guys. So we have our before and after. So there's our before, there's our after, before and after. So yeah, let's go ahead and export this, and we're going to keep it at best, and I'm going to call this one vintage 1, and I'm going to download it, and we're done.